How is everybody doing this fine day? I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I know I am. So, I am going to be talking today about Brett Cooper's take on Hollywood weight loss. So, we are going to be talking about Ozempic today. I did want to tell everybody also that there's where you can get no morbidity. There's where you can get hydroglyph, which, by the way, I have hydroglyph right now. I'm actually going to be preparing my afternoon fluid with you guys because I'm finishing up my first gallon of water here right now, and then I will be having. I've been a little behind lately on trying to get 3/4 of my fluid intake before noon, but I've also been getting up slightly later the last couple of days, especially. So my midday is really about 2. So as long as I can get what will be this, I'm going to put nectar and hydroglyph in this, and then I'm probably going to work out after the second live. So just to keep me going. But you can get no morbidity at Vitamin Shop, at ambrosiacollective.com, at Tiger Fitness. You can also get no morbidity at and then hydroglyph you can get at those at Ambrosia Collective and Tiger Fitness. So today, again, we're going to be talking about Brett Cooper and her take on Ozempic and Hollywood and those sorts of things. I'm going to say hi to everybody, and we're also going to then later on discuss the last 3 years of I Told You So. Just so everybody understands, my videos where it's likely I'm going to be talking about things more of a political nature, they're probably I'm going to film them on here until YouTube gives me a problem with it. But what's probably going to happen is that I'm going to do those lives on Twitter only, and then use that video and put it onto Spotify. The Spotify podcast, Alan Roberts Uncensored, is going to be basically the focal point for all of the content that I'm going to put forward, and it's going to go straight to just there, and you can watch everything on replay there. So I will very likely be making that switch once they let me back on Twitter in a couple of days. But what will happen is the live video for the political stuff will be on Twitter and then end up on Spotify. And it's Alan Roberts Uncensored for those of you that don't know. So, we are updating that all today to get it completely caught up. And the reason why I was waiting for it to go from Anchor to become Spotify for podcasters. And I was also waiting for the monetization approval for Spotify. I wasn't going to start making regular content on political stuff because you can't really put it anywhere and get it monetized, and I'm not going to bother just making it and getting punished for it because there is a risk to it in our society today, which is kind of sad to begin with. But I now am that Spotify has fully monetized my podcast. So as far as I can tell, it's looking pretty good for that, and that's what we're going to go with. I'm pretty fucking pleased with it, to tell you the truth. And this video we are going to is by Brett Cooper. I'm going to say hi to everybody here shortly. We are going to be playing Brett Cooper at 1.5 speed. That might be a lot because she talks almost as fast as I do. I'm going to say hi to everybody first. Martina, what's going on? Betsy, how are you? Erica, how are you? Eloise, Christian, Philly in Atlanta. You're better off than being in Philly for right now. Philly is like a war zone. It's ridiculous. Mr. Pete, Autumn, Carlos, Snootful, Pika Man, Cactus Patch, Sarah Hood. That's me, Alan Roberts, Becky, Jet Batman, Desert Fox, Special Star, and Heather, how are you? I just ordered No Morbidity and Hydroglyph last night and got the t-shirt in a size smaller. Hell yeah, you've got this. We'll talk about it later on today. You've got this. You've got this. My muscles are killing me, but my gym session felt amazing. That is outstanding, Carlos. Hydrate, 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 hydrate. I am going to make a video today about why how hydroglyph can be used to help enhance your health and everything like that. A lot of things that people miss on muscle recovery, on just feeling better, satiation, satisfaction, so many things are because they are underhydrated. I have a theory that for the 20 or 30 pounds that people end up overweight, that just gets them overweight before they get morbidly obese, that 20 or 30 pounds is from dehydration. It's from lack of proper hydration. I think if everybody drank an ounce of fluid per pound of body mass, I think that most people's body weight would just kind of naturally come down a bit. Just because you're filling yourself up some more, your body seems to work better. It's good for your metabolism, good for your sleep, good for your stress relief. It is one of these very basic things which makes this ingredient right here this supplement so amazing. It helps you, if it's going to help you hydrate, it helps with electrolytes, it helps with amino acids, it helps with essential amino acids, it helps with it has, what's the one ingredient I wanted to read off to you guys? It has Velocitol. Velocitol helps your protein synthesis. It actually increases protein. Amazing, amazing, amazing ingredient. So again, you can get that right here. But then you can also join our uncensored group. The uncensored group is where my wife and I talk to people almost I'm very invested in this group. I really, really like it because we're talking about political issues. It's right on our app. You also get to use the app for a month, the app for the entire time you have the group. So it is pre-recorded and live classes. You get to track your calories, track your activity, all sorts of things. And you're in you can be in the Hunger Management Support Group if you would like, but you're also in the Uncensored Group, which is us just talking about topics that affect the world and health on a daily basis and other things besides just weight loss. So please do check those out. Or we just still do have coaching sessions available, so check those out also. Now, that is my pitch. Dairy-free brie cheese. Finally got to the gym after over a month off a car accident. Very good. Be mindful with the food. Ease yourself back in. Ease yourself back in. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it, love it, love it. Shay, how are you? Anyway, we are going to get to this Brett Cooper video. I'm a fan of Brett Cooper. I'm letting it all hang out lately. I don't even care. I'm a fan of Brett Cooper. I really, really am. I'm not I don't necessarily subscribe to everything she says because I'm going to say this right now. I do not watch her all that often. I do like her delivery. I do like how she talks about things. She can get a little preachy. Most religious people tend to get a little preachy for me, to tell you the truth. But that's just my personal preference. And if you don't like that, if I just offended you, be offended. I don't fucking care. I don't. But am I a Cooper trooper? I'm not anybody's trooper. I don't do that. I watch her occasionally. So I will say that I'm not a fan of the dude that could be her dad. I'm not that big of a fan of Ben, just because I think Ben is complete shill. But that's a different story, you know. And here we go.
I'm Brett Cooper. So I think you all will know this because I've made many episodes about it now. But in 2023, if you even think about losing weight, you are fat phobic.
Right to jail.
If you are not aggressively fat positive on social media,
Right to jail. Right away.
if you walk by a gym and think about going in, you're fat phobic. But even though that is the case, there is a new drug on the market that is catching fire because of its weight loss side effects. So apparently.
Yes, because it wasn't the fat phobia thing, the media pushed because they want people to be upset about it. Like the more outlandish we could say in the last 3 years is better. Like 5 years ago when the fat acceptance community was trying to cancel me, when they were literally trying to contact anybody, like they were contacting people that liked my videos, places of work. That's how much they were trying to cancel me. And that's not a joke. That's reality. It's a joke. I mean, most of this is a joke. You guys realize this. It's like literally like clowns, like tons of makeup, huge fat people with blue and orange hair. It is a clown show. It is the circus. I mean, it absolutely is. They wanted it to appear as you can't argue with a circus. You can't argue with a clown. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you say all sorts of relative facts, data, reality, and try to help them, and they honk their nose. They're clowns, all of them. They're just ridiculously stupid people. Like anybody that ever said, I'm proud of my fat. That's mental illness. It's mentally ill. Like I love myself at 300 pounds. That's like an abuse, like a self-abusive statement. It's so ridiculous, So of course they're just going to let these like the argument is what they want. They want us arguing back and forth. If they can't, like, we literally just had 3 years where public health officials have stated that they, in fact, suggested lockdowns because of how fat we were. They've said this. Fauci himself said this, that we were too fat to be let free. And 3 years of that, and it's almost illegal to call somebody fat and say that they're unattractive because it looks like they're a melting candle. I don't understand. Like, I mean, it's the truth. I looked like Uncle Fester. I really did. I looked like Uncle Fester when I was fat. I laughed. I almost made shirts about it. Like, it's the truth. If it's the truth, it's the truth. A lot of these people look like melted candles. It's just the truth. But now pharma has a way to make money off of it. So what they're going to do is they are going to frame it as though it is not the person's fault, that it is completely just genetic. And they have the cure, which happens to, for some reason, be a medication that makes them eat less. So if it's not genetic, if it's genetic and not how much you eat, take this medication, that's going to make you eat less. It's so ridiculous. So that's one of the reasons why I like Alan so much. He is just less soft in his approach. I don't balk at bad words, though, so he's fine with me. Good. And if I'm not fine, and by the way, if I'm not fine with somebody else, I don't fucking care. So, except for Candace. I like some of the stuff she says. I don't like everything she says. She's another pundit. That's all. Here we go.
People do want to lose weight. We're going to talk about that today. But before we do, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode. Alrighty, so there are a few companies that make this drug, but it is commonly called Ozempic, and it is a diabetes.
There are not a few companies that make this drug. There's one company called Novo Nordisk that makes smeglutides, and smeglutide is Wegovy, Ozempic, and a few other things.
Diabetes drug that people have discovered and doctors have discovered is great for very, very accelerated weight loss. So they have started using it for that. And
it is not great for very, very accelerated weight loss. It is kind of actually pitiful results according to their own studies. I'm sure that there are people that have lost a tremendous amount of weight with it, but their studies, the claims on their studies are pitiful. 20% in 72 weeks, like 54 pounds in 72 weeks is less than a pound a week. That's fucking sad. From a morbidly obese state, I would be upset. Like, especially $1,300 worth a month. $1,300 a month. I mean, let's take a look, just so everybody grasps that. 72 weeks divided by 4 times $1,350. That's $24,000 to lose 50 some pounds. $24,000 to lose 50 some pounds in 72 weeks that you have to keep paying for to keep off. No morbidity. That's all I'm saying. Safe, cost effective, pays for itself in money saved shopping. No morbidity is the answer to all of this craziness, and it doesn't have the side effects. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Whoops. They only want the truth according to them, and everyone else must go. Thank you very much for that, and I agree with you.
Doctors are prescribing it to people like right and left after it was approved to treat obesity in 2021. Now, God forbid people just try to change their lifestyles and eat better and get some sunshine and touch grass and go to the gym maybe. No, God forbid doctors even recommend that. No, the first thing they're going to do is hand you some drugs. I mean, they're doing that for kids now. Do you guys remember that article? It was like back in the fall, and it said like obesity rates for American kids are skyrocketing. What drugs can you give your kids? It's like, oh my God, take away their video games, make them go outside. Have we ever thought about that?
I completely agree with her. And the absolute first line of it, like, even before, if you have tried to lose weight and it is just your hunger, no morbidity can help you. But we literally teach a whole method, the hunger management method, on how to do it without supplements, everything like that too. Just, I prefer the supplements because then I don't have to fight the hunger all the time. And I'm very, very bad binge eater. So Let's see. That's weight loss surgery money. It is. Absolutely. Is that out of pocket for the person? It depends. If they don't have, if their insurance doesn't cover it, yes. If their insurance does not cover it, Lizzie, yes. Out of pocket, it's normally a couple $100s a month anyway, but it is still out of everybody's pocket that pays for insurance. That's the thing. Insurance is not like the company pays for it. The insurance spreads the cost around through insurance premiums for everybody. So a bunch of people going on Ozempic is going to raise insurance costs and taxes by a lot. It's going to add up, it could add $1 trillion a year into our healthcare spending without producing very good results. And I would argue, like, I don't, from morbidly obese to lose, like, it's just not, to me, this drug is a temporary fix that once you go off of makes things worse, because it does like people that lose weight, statistically speaking, lose a lot more muscle mass than just through normal nutrition or with no morbidity. But also when they come off of it, they normally regain the weight at a faster pace. So it's a very, very, very bad scenario. Very bad. On Nomo, I lost 9 pounds in 8 weeks. It only cost me $40, but I got the money back in the food savings. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm saying. That there is natural ways to do this. Ancient wisdom, modern methods. That's the Ambrosia way. Ancient wisdom, modern methods. Every ingredient has been clinically shown in human tested studies for no morbidity to, in fact, make it so the person loses weight through just the biological mechanism of hunger. Your hunger is just, you do not feel as hungry and you feel fuller faster, and you have better stress relief. It is just better thought out. Ozempic stresses your body, causes massive side effects. One person said, good, I'm not gonna be able to eat anything because I'm nauseous all the time and throwing up. I've never gotten nauseous, anything like that. I've used no morbidity for over a year now. I don't understand how we've gotten here. Anyway, back to this.
It has become very mainstream because tons of celebrities have been allegedly using it because skinny is back in. I mean, it's better than obesity, but I don't like the way
I wish fit could be in at just any given time.
that they're going about it. The first of whom was Mindy Kaling, because she lost 40 pounds in a matter of like 3 months without
And she's a massive hypocrite. Massive.
working out and without changing much of her lifestyle or dieting because she doesn't like diet culture. But
You don't like diet culture, but you'll inject yourself in the stomach once a week with a very expensive medication. Whoop, hang on a second. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. No, not awesome sauce. I didn't abandon you. I had to plug that in. I don't work from a desktop anymore. I work from a laptop. So, anywho.
But then she randomly pops back up on social media with an insane new body. I have a side-by-side photo and has not talked about what she actually did. Another person is Adele, but I do think Adele was.
I believe Adele lost weight naturally. She has a pretty good fitness regime.
Actually working out and changed her diet. She has not been linked to any of this, but it was kind of around the same time that Adele revealed her new body. Somebody tweeted a couple of days ago and said Mindy Kaling threw the first brick at the Ozempic factory. But she is far from the only celebrity that people have been speculating about. Like, it's huge in Hollywood. People have been writing about this for months. This is an article from Variety in September. Hollywood's new secret weight loss drug revealed. The hype and hazards of Ozempic. Jimmy Kimmel even brought it up at the Oscars. Here's like a 5-second clip.
When I look around
I would love Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy, me and you don't know each other. And you're probably never going to watch this, but trust on this. If we ever meet in real life, there will be a camera rolling and you'll be super embarrassed. Just so you know.
this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
That was literally in his opening monologue. I obviously didn't laugh because Jimmy Kimmel is not a comedian. You can't call him a comedian.
No,
but that might have been the only real thing he said all night because of how many people are allegedly using this drug to quickly lose weight. Many celebrities in the audience were apparently visibly distressed because some celebrities have been open about using it, but others are actively denying it and saying, no, I'm going to the gym. Like Elon Musk even used it. And he had a great experience. He said that it helped him, get fit and healthy. Rosie O'Donnell used it and said that it felt like freedom because she knows.
It's not. This is not that good of an ad. But listen to what she says. It sounded like what?
Longer had to think about food because apparently I don't exactly know the science behind it, but it makes you not hungry because it makes you not crave sugar or something. So she wasn't thinking.
No, that's not why it makes you not hungry. It makes you not hungry because it is a artificial copy of the hormone that stops you from feeling hungry, the counteractive one. The difference between the mechanisms, by the way, for this and no morbidity is that no morbidity blocks the mechanism that gets you hungry. And this actually is an artificial hormone that fights against that.
About food, which again does not seem healthy at all because your
It also slows gastric emptying, which is like it slows your digestion, which makes you stay fuller longer.
chemically changing something in your body rather than just having discipline. Crazy idea. Khloe Kardashian has also gotten super skinny recently, and people have accused her of using it, but she has adamantly denied it and said, "No, I've been working out for years." But it's like, if you've
Yeah, the Kardashians don't lie.
been working out for years, why have we only seen results in like the last 2 months?
Oh, I get it.
Other people, though, have been speaking out about the dangers of it after being on it. Chelsea Handler's anti-aging doctor, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently it's like
Chelsea Handler is just one of the most stupid racists on the planet. I remember her talking about a couple years ago. I remember her talking about 50 Cent because she dated 50 Cent, which is 50. What the fuck? But I don't know. But she was talking about how she needed to remind him he was black so he would vote for Biden. Like, I'm sorry, but if you don't think that that's like because you're black, you need to vote a certain way. Like, if you believe that because somebody is black, they should vote a certain way, you're the racist. You are a racist. Like a super racist. If you believe because of a person's skin color, they should vote a certain way and audibly say that, I don't care if you do become president of the United States, that's racist. But anybody else that says it, that's racist. I mean, and you know what? You don't need to, nobody needs to agree with me. But if you have a preconceived notion about how somebody should act or feel or do certain things because of the color of their skin, you're a fucking racist. I don't give a shit. And you know, the reason why I will gladly say this, because most of my business partners are not white. And it is offensive to think that they would vote a certain way because of their skin color. Like they aren't super massively intelligent people that like have built tons of businesses and everything like that. And we're like together, we're helping tens of thousands, hopefully soon hundreds of thousands into millions of people get healthy. They're geniuses, all of them in their own ways. But because they're black or they're not white, that they should vote a certain way. You got to be super fucking racist to believe that. You got to be super, super, super racist to believe that. Anyway, I digress. What did Chelsea Handler say about Ozempic?
celebrities have that. Apparently, he just handed it out to everybody and gave her some just to lose a few pounds. And she took it without realizing what it was, but then realized it was a diabetes drug and she felt like she might be able to get addicted to it. So she stopped, but here she is talking about it. I don't believe that she didn't know what it was. Well,
So imagine not knowing what like your doctor says, hey, inject this into your stomach once a week and you don't know what it is. How stupid is that? Like, how moronic must you be? If this is an actually true story, this woman is a fucking idiot. I mean, think about the level of idiocy that you're just going to inject yourself once a week in the stomach with something because a doctor told you to and you don't know what it is. This person is telling you, like, this person gives other people life advice and stuff. That is so mind-blowingly crazy.
My doctor, my anti-aging doctor, just hands it out to anybody, right?
Oh.
And obviously now I can't say her name, but I didn't even know I was on it. I came back from a vacation and
So just to be clear, she is outing her doctor for, in fact, malpractice. Like, I am just going to, I mean, just to put this out there, stop it. Awesome Sauce is trying to eat my hydroglyph. You want to come up, say hi to everybody? Show everybody that you've lost weight. Look, she's lost weight. Hi, baby. Anyway, down she goes. But she just outed her doctor for medical malpractice. We're going to play this once again. One more time.
it was, but then realized it was a diabetes drug and she felt like she might be able to get addicted to it. So she stopped, but here she is talking about it. I don't believe that she didn't know what it was.
Well, so my doctor, my anti-aging doctor, just hands it out to anybody, right?
Oh.
And obviously now I can't say her name, but I didn't even know I was on it. I came back from a vacation and
I didn't even know I was on it. My doctor gave me a prescription and I didn't even know I was on it. That means your doctor did not fully explain to you. Your doctor did not fully explain to you what was in something that they were prescribing to you. That is medical malpractice. That is, there's no way you had informed consent. You had no idea what this was as you injected it. You literally just outed, and that is, by the way, actionable. Like her doctor's certification board should, in fact, take action. They won't because the medical industry is incredibly 100% corrupt. But Chelsea Handler just outed her doctor for medical malpractice. You have to have informed consent from your doctor. Like you could be like, I don't care. Your doctor's like, no, you need to know this because legally your doctor needs to give you medical informed consent. It's insane. Dr. Roller Gator, what's up? Forgot you were in Twitter jail, you lawbreaker. I called a reverend a cockroach, and they gave me a week off. But he's a cockroach. I actually said that cockroaches are better because he made a statement and then ran when I shined a light on him, when I confronted him, and then he blocked me and ran because that's what cockroaches do. And then made further statements after that about me. Like he kept talking about me after he had blocked me. That Samira girl did it too. Like they're too cowardly to actually confront me because they know I'd destroy them. So they block, then make comments and run. So I said cockroaches are better because, unlike a cockroach, he made a statement, ran, then made another statement where cockroaches would just run. Anyway. Thank you, man. I appreciate the tip big time. Thank you, sir. Really, really appreciate you. Anyway.
I injected myself with it and I went to lunch with a girlfriend.
I injected myself with something I didn't know what it was. Says a very stupid person. You are just a very stupid person.
A few days later, and she's like, I'm not really eating anything. I'm so nauseous. I'm on Ozempic. I'm nauseous too. And then I'm like, but I'm not on Ozempic. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, well.
But so your friends know you so well, and they know how messed up you are that they think that you could be on a medication that you don't even know you're on, that you inject into yourself once a week. Like, your friends think you're stupid, Chelsea. Your friends think you're morons. All of them. Like, your friends are completely moronic. First of all, you literally are like you just out your doctor for medical malpractice. Thank you. I'm sure they're going to thank you also on nationwide television. And then you admit that your friends know you're so messed up that you would inject yourself with something and not know what it is. You loser.
What is it? I go, I'm on semaglutide. And she goes, that's what it is. I'm not on it anymore. I stopped taking. That's too irresponsible. I'm an irresponsible drug user.
That's too irresponsible. That's too irresponsible. To use a drug that is meant for weight loss because you're making sure other people might have it, it's too irresponsible. You didn't even know you were on it. You didn't even know you were on it. This woman is now going to talk about responsible actions. We live in this kind of crazy world where this woman who just outed her doctor for medical malpractice, whose friends ask her if she's on a medication that she has to inject into herself once a week because she might not know. That's how highly her friends think about her. And now she's going to talk about responsibility. It's so funny. It's so funny.
But I'm not going to take a diabetic drug for I tried it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do it anymore.
No, I don't. That's not for me. That's not right.
I mean, I think Chelsea.
That's not right. That's not right. Unbelievable. What a fucking crazy person. No
Handler
shit.
is so stupid and she irks me.
She
But I
is!
do appreciate that she was being honest at the end. It was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. That's irresponsible. Like, it's making you nauseous. How do you not know? You're just at lunch with your girlfriend. Oh my God, we're both on the same drug.
Yeah, no, I don't even believe that happened.
This is so crazy. Like, that's not healthy. Nobody can tell me that that is healthy. Somebody commented under that TikTok and said she's not even overweight. It is sickening to know how rich people who don't need it are causing shortages for people who do, which a lot of comments have been people saying, like, I've been trying to get it and I
Nope, nobody needs this drug. Like, I mean, like maybe type 2 diabetics, but type 2 diabetes is 90% preventable by lifestyle change. And it is very manageable if the person would stop eating like shit. Like depending upon complete pharmaceutical to manage type 2 diabetes is a problem. Like if you know a type 2 diabetic that's on medication for type 2 diabetes and you ever see them eat processed sugar or processed carbohydrates, be on their ass. We as people, no matter how hard it is, we need to start a movement where I don't care if you hate me, lose weight for your own good and for the good of society. I don't care if you hate me, lose weight for your own good and for the good of society. We need to get there very, 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 very quickly. We need to get there. I mean, it needs to absolutely happen. We need to start doing this for people. We need to make sure that people are absolutely taking this 100% seriously. I'm actually going to download something here real quick because I want to remind everybody of something here in a second.
can't. People are saying that it's unavailable right now. So many celebrities are buying it up. And if you're not diabetic, a lot of times insurance will not cover it. And it's an expensive drug. People are spending like $1,500 a month on this when they're not even diabetic and they just want to lose a few pounds. Like people actually do need it. Somebody else said, my husband is diabetic and it says right on the box on the fridge what the injection is, Ozempic. Another person said, working at a pharmacy, you'd be surprised how many people don't know what they're taking.
Medical malpractice. It's medical malpractice every time. You to not know exactly the side effects and what the drug does and how it works in your body. Technically, you've been robbed of informed consent. Your doctor, every single one of you, if your doctor prescribes you something, if they prescribe you something, they should explain it to you fully before you take your first dose. It is their responsibility to do so. The healthcare industry has a responsibility to also educate the public on what they are doing, why they are doing it, so they can have informed consent. It is ridiculous to not. It's ridiculous.
That's just a whole other conversation, but very factual. We don't need to talk about that today, but just food for thought. Anyway, another famous person, a TikToker, Remy Bader. I think her name is Bader. She was prescribed it, but had awful side effects. Here's a quote from a podcast that she did. My doctor said I need this, and I had a lot of mixed feelings. A few months later, I went off of it and got into the bad binging. I saw a doctor, and they were like, it's 100% because you went on Ozempic. It was making me think I wasn't hungry for so long, I lost some weight. I didn't want to be obsessed with being on it long term. I was like, I bet the second I got off of it, I'm going to get starving again. I did, and my binging got so much worse. So then I kind of blamed Ozempic, and I gained double the weight back. We know that obesity is a serious problem. Like people are dying from this, which is why everybody needs Epic Will. And according to a recent poll, 62%.
We're not doing the Epic Will thing. Good pitch, though.
Probably a safer thing to do than going on Ozempic. And it's ironic to me that this girl took it and that she did not speak about it until she got off of it because she is one of the fat positive influencers on TikTok. She has all of these.
Of course, trust this. Trust this. In my opinion, because I'm not going to speak for them, but in my opinion, Lizzo, Tess Holiday, every fat positive loon bag crazy person. Because if you are towing the fat acceptance line right now, you've got mental health problems. You do. Like if for some reason you think that the problem is fat phobia, you've got mental health issues. Deal with that. Deal with it. You are in fact burdening society. You are a burden to society. We close society for all of you. We close society for fat people, and fat people thanked us by getting fatter. It's true. It's 100% true. Anybody that doesn't believe it, hang on.
The world actually contracts the disease. What happens to it? Does it go away on its own? What happens if everybody?
No. Well, if everyone
listen up,
contracted it, even with the relatively high percentage of people who are without symptoms, Matthew, a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah.
Because even though, and this is the big misperception that causes so much difficulty in messaging to young people, is that people who are elderly and people at any age who have an underlying condition, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, heart disease, if you look at the United States of America, with our epidemic of obesity, as it were, with the number of people with hypertension, with the number of people with diabetes, if everyone got it infected, the death toll would be enormous and totally unacceptable. And that's the reason why we are against saying, let it fly, let everybody get infected and we'll be fine. That's a bad idea.
And that's a reason, is that also a reason why particularly America, as America, we're saying that, because we have such high rates in those susceptible people.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you look at just people who are obese with diabetes and hypertension, you're talking about, a substantial proportion of the population.
Yep. All right, another question.
So anybody that tells me that we didn't lock down for 3 years to protect fat people, shut up. Just shut up. Because the dude that was responsible for the suggestion for it just admitted that that's what it was for. So I'm over that. Like, I'm over it. I mean, I was first to call this. I have videos from 3 years ago, right about now, saying that we need a new social contract with obese people, that it's their responsibility to get healthy to protect elderly people. And that one got deleted on multiple platforms. It's just the truth. I'm not saying that they should have ever locked anything down, because they don't even have the constitutional authority to do so. Period. It's not even my opinion. They do not have the constitutional authority to, in fact, pause the Constitution. They just don't have that authority. They draw power from the Constitution. They can't say, we're not listening to it right now. They all acted outside the scope of the Constitution. Frankly, they should all be removed from office. And frankly, they should all be put in jail for treason, because they went against the Constitution. It is treasonous to do so. All of them. Every single person that had a hand in the decision. As far as I'm concerned, we could arrest the entirety of the federal government that did this, and we'd be good. We could arrest the entirety of any state government that did that, and we could be good. I mean that, truthfully. They don't have the authority to usurp our born rights at all. But I can say that them using that as an excuse, and then us still getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter for 3 years, pick one. It was either so deadly we needed to do all this stuff, and the reason was elderly people and fat people, or it wasn't deadly enough that it was fat people and we didn't need to close down. All of you can pick one, but it is one of them. Period. Back to Brett Cooper. Hi, Brett.
Clothing hauls, like, what does this dress look like on a fat person? Like, I love myself, body positivity. I love being fat. It's like, okay, well, you were trying to lose weight and now you're binging again. Like, we have habits we need to address here. It's all so backwards and stupid, because you have celebrities preaching about body positivity and influencers telling you that if you go to the gym, you're fat phobic and racist at the same time. Yep. Obesity is surrounding you at every turn in America, because everybody's fat. But then off camera, behind your back, everybody has just decided to be skinny again, but is too afraid to talk about it and is using drugs to do it. Like, just be honest and say, nope, I don't really want to be fat. This does not work. This isn't healthy.
Yeah, people should.
I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. I'm making a change. And then maybe we could talk about lifestyle changes instead of just doing drugs as a quick fix. Somebody said influencers using Ozempic while preaching body positivity is a new low. Please be so immensely for serious. Like, this is just peak virtue signaling. It's an excellent example of how so many of these progressive talking points people claim are so loving and genuine and that they truly believe. It's bullshit. They don't actually care, because they're not rooted in any principles. And the moment that they're uncomfortable, they're going to jump to some other new current.
Not only are they not rooted in any principles, they have no logic behind them. That's why they hate me. I mean, find me one viable retort to anything I've said that does not, like, in some way start with bald, tattoos, teeth, white man, cis white man. Find me anything that says anything like that. I would appreciate it. Find me anything. People cannot retort back to what I say, literally, because I speak facts.
thing because they don't care. It's about getting progressive brownie points. They don't actually care about fat positivity. They're just trying to find something to be angry about. Anyway, it's trickling down to normal, like non-celebrities too. They're even advertising it in the New York subway system. Here's an article about it. Ads for weight loss drug Ozempic are now blanketing New York City subways. This is just one picture, but I saw another one where it's literally like 100 feet long of all of these posters showing people injecting themselves. Oh, you can lose weight so fast. Don't they know that that's fat phobic apparently? Like I literally can't keep up. Like I go on TikTok and I'm told that if I go to the gym, I'm racist. I must hate fat people, all of this stuff. But then this is now mainstream. You just walk into the subway and everybody's telling you to lose weight. There's no consistency. If you take anything
This is what happens when we entertain people saying that you can be 300 pounds and fit. Like this is the end result of this. Because now they're like, but 2 years ago you were saying I was fit when I was on the cover of a magazine at 350 pounds. We lied to fat people's faces, pretended as if being morbidly obese wasn't bad for them, and now they don't want to accept that it's bad for them. Like, I'm sorry, but you are stupid to believe that being morbidly obese is not bad for you. If you feel like you have to hold your breath to tie your shoes, that's kind of a sign that you've got problems. But society absolutely did this. They fattened the cows, and now they're trying to reap the benefits. 100%. They fattened the cows and are trying to reap the benefits. It is 100% of the time, beyond a doubt. Get there faster, please. I'm just going to do Q&A here real quick. She's got a bunch more to talk about in this video. I want you to go watch Brett Cooper's video on it. I am going to do some Q&A because I also have another video that I'm about to do here in a relatively short time. I'm going to do another video at noon hour. So I'm going to do some Q&A and then we'll go from there. But I do want to tell everybody we do have, we do have No Morbidity, Hydroglyph. You can join the Uncensored group. We'll be talking all the rest of the day about some crazy shit. It's how I get ideas for content. It's stuff I just don't want to necessarily even say on camera because some of the shit I say, if I said on camera, they'd have me off camera very quickly. But we're about to take care of that because I am going to be saying things on the podcast that are not going to be able to be on YouTube because YouTube just hates me. But I'm going to do those things like once I get Twitter back for those, and I'll announce it. It'll probably be the day after tomorrow. But the day after tomorrow, I get Twitter back. And I will be doing my lives for just the podcast live on Twitter and to there. And then I'll be filming just my normal weight loss stuff here and then on the podcast and not on Twitter. Like right now I'm broadcasting this. Well, I'm broadcasting this on my backup Twitter and YouTube. But it will be on Twitter for the harsh political health takes, and weight loss and supplements will be just here. Anyway. You're probably doing something right if YouTube hates you. YouTube's hated me for a while, but let's see. I'm going to answer some questions. Placating fat feelings. It's killing these people. It's killing them all. It's not good for them. People who defend Lizzo's claims she's healthy because she's vegan and tell her fans that she eats healthy seriously crack me up. It's patheticness. I mean, it's just, we're not even, I got to finish this one up. Hang on, I got to finish this up real quick. Okay. It's not even reality. A weak society is much easier to control. That's a huge portion of it. How did Awesome Sauce get her name? I said I wanted a cat and I was gonna name it Awesome Sauce one day. I'm crazy. Like that's how she got her name. Like you guys can ask Crystal. I'm full on fucking crazy. Like, I mean, it's not an act. It's not an act. Like right now I'm thinking about 100 different things and I'm just able to kind of focus and talk to you about a few things. But I'm literally thinking about like studies I read this morning, videos I made earlier that I need to edit out, what I'm going to talk later, all sorts of client stuff, things about different ingredients for new products that we might want to try after product 2 comes out, product 2, No Morbidity, Hydroglyph, my workout later on the day. Like I'm thinking about a billion things right now and I'm just able to focus a little bit. So I'm fully crazy. So me just blurting out, I want to buy a cat and name her Awesome Sauce. Then we found a cat. Like then we searched pictures and we were like, oh, that's Awesome Sauce right there. We found her picture. Her kitten picture is adorable. I'll share it with you guys sometime. I wonder how many overweight celebrities and influencers claim fat is healthy because they have massage therapists, easy painkiller access, beauticians, and all. Possibly some. Most of them know it's not healthy. I mean, thanks for all you do, Alan. Content like yours is really motivating. I've lost over 60 pounds and I have about 10 more to go. Bam! Hell yeah. That's awesome. You're a hero. Great fucking job. Spring in Florida, place to be. Hell yeah, I love it. Spring in Florida also has lots and lots of pollens. Yeah, the only tree that bothers me is in my backyard. It's our mango trees. We thought it wasn't even going to blossom this year because of the hurricane, but it did. Your ability to drink a half a gallon without breathing amazes me. Thank you. How do you feel about apple cider vinegar before meals to help balance blood sugar spikes? I prefer you take berberine or product 2 coming up. So I understand that there's some data behind it. If I was you, I would mix a lot of cinnamon in it with it, because cinnamon does have also a blood sugar effect also too. Your energy is amazing. Thank you. The kitty in my pick is Chrono. And then we have another cat named Schroeder. I don't know what we're going to name our next animals. We are definitely getting more animals though. But listen, guys, I'll answer a few more questions. I'm going to mix my hydroglyph here and along with my nectar. I still got to take some of my supplements from this morning. A little behind. Not good. Not good at all. And Lizzo had a campaign with Instacart where you could shop like a list of Oreos, vegan mayo. It's just disgusting. She is, I'm sorry, but like, what a racist piece of shit human being. I don't make music for white people. Okay. You'd be nobody. You realize that, right? First time I hear that it helps with sugar spikes. Apple cider vinegar, I ingest it almost every day, but I'm not a huge fan of it, like the medicinal properties of it. I do think it has some effect to it, but I don't buy that much. I do say though, I would much prefer you take berberine or when product 2 comes out, taking it before every meal will be, it has a massive glycemic blocking effect. Massive, like massive. Have you seen Hidden Valley Ranch? No, I have not. Hydroglyph is actually made to be an intra-workout, to tell you the truth, Nick. But this is something I've been talking with these guys about. The ambrosia people don't really realize the gold mines that they have on their hands. Many of their products, and I mean many of them, hang on while I pour this in here in my very scientific fashion. Many of the ambrosia products have massive health and weight loss application. Now they know they have, I think they know that they have some health application, of course, but one of the reasons why we partnered with them is because Crystal and I definitely seem to understand the weight loss portion of the industry, the athletic weight loss portion of the industry a little bit better. And that's, through No Morbidity and product 2 and a few other reasons. That's one of the reasons why we partnered with them. So that is Hydroglyph, by the way. That's Hydroglyph, and I'm doing the organic honey and lemon nectar. So this is like nectar and Hydroglyph. My workout's going to be amazing, and I've already taken a half of an ember today. Have I taken a half an ember today? Well, if I haven't taken a half of ember today, I'm covered. If I have taken a half of an ember today, this next podcast is going to be pretty interesting. Just so we know. Anyway, I saw something. Lizzo is doing another season of her Big Girl Show. Here's how the climate's changing. I wouldn't expect that show to go over nearly as well as it went over last time. At all. First of all, she's a horrible, shitty person. Secondly, people are realizing fat's a problem, I believe. Anyway, hey guys, I'm going to take a 10-minute break here. Besides getting more hydrated, what are the benefits of Hydroglyph? It has electrolytes, obviously, more hydration, then it breaks up the monotony of the flavor, but it also has velocitol. Like I said, it helps with your protein synthesis. And there's another ingredient in there too. Velocitol and it has branched chains, it has amino acids, electrolytes, and again, the velocitol and the coconut water powder I love. But anyway, to me, it's a great way to get hydrated, have amino acid profile, and kind of fuel the workouts. I really believe my workouts get fueled by stuff like that. However, it's not for everybody. If you're looking to just break up the flavor and add a little electrolytes, but also make sure that the protein that you're taking in does in fact get synthesized in a full way, the velocitol in it is a huge additive. Amazing. Anyway, I am going to hop off of here, go to the bathroom, get myself ready, and then we're going to talk about the last 3 years and how I fucking told you so. God damn.